Okay, guys, I'll just sort of run through the process that we want to carry all our students through as we do this training. For those who don't know me, my name is Arthur Cassell. I've been doing the TOT for digital survey and GIS data collection. Our main focus for digital survey will be KoboToolbox. I noticed some people when we were doing the signups, they were asking was if it's going to be kf.kobo2box or kc.kobo2box. Just play it safe and you just type kobo2box.org in the browser. Hit enter, you'll get to this landing page. So on this page, I want you guys to focus on this. This is what we'll have the students do. Create an account, understand the different options to build a survey, deploy that survey, collect that data, and then go back into the same KoboToolbox.org dashboard to evaluate that data. So we create an account. There are two options here: global KoboToolbox server or the EU. They already it should tell you right off the bat which one that you need to take. You take the global server because EU is focused on the EU side of things. So this one used to be some humanitarian response, something. So the global server is just is the one that we use outside of the EU is a more popular choice. I don't really think there's much wrong with the EU server, but it's for the EU anyway. So I already have an account. I will not create one, but I'll just walk you through the steps. Create an account. Yeah, so it's raining today, so y'all gotta bear with the internet connectivity. The pages might be slower to load. So you put your full name. So these are common mistakes people make. People just assume that when they see name, that first name and last name. Kobo asks you straight, like, if you really pay attention to what's on the screen, half of the time your problems that you think are so technical, you can solve them just by reading. So full name, I've noticed a lot of people that are trained, they would start by last name, first name, then they get confused. Because you just pay attention. You see full name and then the username you choose to use. You just take something. Your email, your country, organization type seems like a required question now, but you can also say I'm not associated with any organization. I remember the teachers that went through this with me initially, I told them to put our organization name there. And that was not me twisting your hand or anything, right? That was just because if I thought once we're under the same organization, we'll be able to share our data better, and we'll be able to track how far we've come along in the training. You always feel free to go back to your settings and disassociate for any organization if you want to do this as an individual. So you put your email, abcxyz at hotmail.com. I can hear yours. This is meaning right now. Yeah, I happen to be in Barbados. Now, I told people to choose this humanitarian coordination and information management because for me, most of the digital survey work I had done up to now have been for CSOs and NGOs. So it's always been something humanitarian, non-profit. But there are other valid options here. You got economic and social development, you got environmental. You can also just say private sector. But then also under humanitarian, there's education. So that like so we will be trying to push the same course out to schools where we train students for free, and so this would be something like that, humanitarian education. But yeah, these are your options. There are many options, and one thing about the internet, they always give you the option to avoid saying anything. You can also say other. When you say other, they will probably just let you be. Organization type, I'm not associated with any organization. Done. Do you want to receive occasional updates from KoboToolbox? Not everything you see online you need to click on. You need to read what it's saying first before you click it. So this you have to agree with Kobo terms of service and the privacy policy before you can create an account. So this one has to be checked. You see the red star behind it. It's something that requires an answer. This other one up here, this other one up here, if you want to receive emails from Kobo, they will send you email anytime they feel they send you. So you gotta decide if you want that, or else don't click it. What you need updates from KoboToolbox about. If you got the application on your phone, you can update it there. If you want to know what's happening with KoboToolbox, just go to KoboToolbox.org. Then the password creation. You create your password. You say, okay, you were born 1982, so you want to put 1982 07 19. You were born July 19, 1982. You put ABC behind it. See the first two things that are under this password that I just entered. The warning me that the password strength is not great. Now, a combination of 8 numbers and 3 letters is usually a very good strength, but here's the main reason why it's not great. Dates are often easy to guess. You use your birthday. Everybody who knows you personally and knows your birthday will be able to crack that password. Use your children's birthday, same difference. When people trying to hack into your accounts, they'll always try dates and initials, which is exactly what I did, date and initial. But for you who are trying to create a strong password, start with this. Let's put it there, make that mistake, then you will see what all happening here. 1982, 07, 19, ABC. These other white lines are just suggestions that they're giving you. I hit create now. I already know that I should have some warnings from Kobo. First and first, that email that I put there is not valid. Create account. And they say, yeah. So the fact is, I know that email not valid. They will send this account that I created to that email and it will not work. But the point I was trying to stress with you on your passwords is use numbers and letters, but try to avoid dates. I tell you now for free, use your phone numbers in certain combination. Yeah, but that's the step to create your account. I know that account is not valid. That email that I get people is complete mess. Once you have created the account, they will email you. You gotta go into your email and click on the confirmation email. That step I won't be doing here because I'm not creating an account. But let's go to KoboToolbox.org and sign in. So they don't have a button right here that you just go straight to sign in. Strange, but that's okay. It still works. You either click on sign up or you click on the same create account. It will carry you to the same page that we came from just now. Oh, then when you see it now, you're like, okay, I want to create. I already have an account. You click on sign in. Let's do this. So now that we're in, I would really appreciate if you guys can read through the documentation. I will do the screenshots one at a time here and there, as well as watch this video to fully understand how to use this thing. So since I've been doing this training for the past 2 months, a lot of people have been sharing their projects with me. So there's multiple projects here. If you want to view any project, you got to come to that project title and click on it. We'll not start from there. Let's start from creating a form, because this is the procedure you're going to show the students. They will sign in with a new account. They will have no projects. Click on it. These are your four options. Either build from scratch or you use a template or you use XLS form. XLS form, you can use it two ways. You bring it in from another link. This is the option here with the chain. Import an XLS form via URL. Or you can upload the XLS form that you have on your computer and it will build the same project for you. So, build from scratch is what we tell our students to do. Because uploading XLS form, you have to know how to create an XLS form. It is not easy. It takes a while to learn. I will not burden you with teaching somebody that in a space of 10 days. So build from scratch, that's where we go. Project name, description, sector, country. Yeah, I've seen this Liberia here, right? But this is from Google. Even when I click it, I will still have to go back and click the Liberia from on this here. So now that I click it, it's there. Your project. Your project will bring you straight here because it's a digital survey project. Surveys new questions. Those questions are contained on a form. So what they tell you, your project title is up there. You can see it. But then it tells you this form is currently empty. So this is where you will come in to add questions. For the guys who've been doing this thing with me, we will not run through this for too long because the certain intricacies of building a form that we went through. It took us 3, 4, 5 sessions to actually get that done. So right now I will give the overview, how to start the form, deploy it, share it with users, and then view the data, download that data for use in QGIS. I will also do another video just focusing on the questions, the different types of questions. Form is currently empty. You add one question. Options for questions. I'm doing it now, but not really in full. I'll do a separate video that will try and break this down more. Options for questions are select one, select many. These are your two multiple choice options. These two things you need to have answers that you will add and give the person the opportunity to either choose one of the answer. So a good example of select one question are true or false questions. Select many. Let's say we ask you how many proof of credential do you have? What kind of education you have? Do you have certificate? Do you have high school diploma? Do you have a college degree? Do you have a vocational training? Into multiple things. And somebody can have high school diploma as well as the certificate. They can have the vocational training as well as a certificate. They can have all those four things. They got some project school. They could have high school diploma, certificate, vocational training, as well as a college degree. So select many will be the option for you. So when you're telling somebody to enter their name and you don't know who you'll be interviewing, you can give them multiple choice, right? So you ask them for text. That question is there. Go on. You see this question. Do you have a GSM number in Liberia? That's a yes no question. So we'll give them the multiple choice. It's like I already explaining the question to you, so you just bear with me. Yes, no, said that. Hmm. This one is your perfect example for select many. I know almost everybody on this group chat right now has used two numbers at some point in Liberia, or you probably are doing it now. So which company do you use? So this little simple form will help us do a lot. Watch. So this add this question with one number. We can also say text. Let me explain something to you. I think text is supposed to cover everything, but let's just play it safe and say number, right? One number. The reason why you put number fields in numbers, sometimes you want to do your analysis with the numbers and do aggregates and averages like that. Those type of places you want to do numbers. Like when you're asking people to enter the age, don't say text. If you call for text, you might lose the ability to do calculations. I want number here. Made a mistake. This question should come here, right? So you either Lone Star Cell MTN or you Orange or you Other. These are the three options that I gave because they're, you give people space to say that they were with another company, even if you only think Lone Star Cell and MTN. So now, when somebody says Other, you don't know the name of that other company. So we have something here called Specify Other. I will show you the trick that I'm trying to do with that Specify Other very soon. I just want to complete the list of questions. Now this, I want to give them select many because some people move in and out of town. So you use the phone in the urban area and the rural areas. You want a yes or no? This particular question, you want to take points. This GPS coordinate is what we will use to upload our research into QGIS. So now you see the whole layout of the form. I got a text question here. I got to select one. They can show you the type of questions on the side here. The ABC that text. The one with the one dot, the multiple choice, select one. The one with three lines, the multiple choice, select many. Ones with one, two, three, the number, and so on and so forth. You see the little symbol here that look like your location on your phone. When you go set location, it's about GPS coordinates. You can do so much with this. You can change the layout. You can change how the form will look when the people download it. But all those things is they will be taught in an intermediate class. This is pure introduction. Now, few things we need to look at that will definitely show up in your training. They will ask you those questions. We need to focus on skip logic and grouping. So, which company do you use? Lone Star Cell, MTN, Orange, Liberia, or other? When you choose other, I want you to specify what are other company name. So if somebody say they're using Lone Star Cell and Orange, then take no other. I don't need to see this question. Hmm? Let me save the form. Always save. I made a mistake, Jenna, to be going so long and not saving. Once you save the form, then you can preview it. You see the eye? It will be way in the corner. Preview the form. This is what the form looks like. You have a GSM number in Liberia. I say no. If I say no, there's no need for you to ask me which company that I'm using. Ain't saying that? If I say yes, then you can ask me. If I say no, what you hitting my head for? All right, so we will look at that in what we call skip logic just now. When I say I use a Lone Star Cell and Orange, I'm not using other. I don't need to specify other. If I tell you I'm only using what's it called? If I tell you I'm only using MTN, there's no need to ask me for orange number. Are you an urban, rural user? You both. That's fine. So this particular question could be select many. It could be select one. Because once you got the option to say both, you can just change it to select one. That's somewhere that you can just use your own discretion. Can we disclose your current location for research purposes? You asking the person if they will allow you to, because you not take their name, you not take their phone number, then you about to expose their location. Now, those are a lot of privacy things. So you want to ask them. If this person say no, don't show the GPS. If they say yeah, you collect the point and move on. If the person says no, you walk away. You go further from them and just record where you are. But it doesn't have to be. If people say no, don't invade their privacy. So since we don't want to invade privacy, we will not even make the question pop up if the person say no. So let's go back to skip logic. So at this point, you know the basics. You can create your account, you can create your form. Let me show you some of the little technicalities in the form before we go to sharing the form. So which GSM company do you use? Look at all your questions. You will notice the side. You got options there. You got settings. You got delete question. You got duplicate question. Like if you are doing a form with 100 questions, and a lot of those questions are almost the same with the similar response options, you can just duplicate the question and make the changes that you need on that duplicated question. So like this, you hit duplicate question, the same question comes back. Then you can go here and edit whatever small changes that you want to make. But I don't need a duplicate of this question, so I'm deleting it. I just wanted to show you. Add question to library. I think this is where you keep questions that you want to put on your templates. I don't really use a lot of templates. I build my phone from scratch a lot. So delete will do exactly what it says. It will delete your question.